Here's Scotty. Scott Summers, aka Cyclops, the good guy, bad guy from Age of Apocalypse. Haven't read it yet. I won't go any further. No spoilers. Let's go ahead and take a look at the box. Barcode in case you need it. Cyclops helps prisoners escape from Apocalypse's prison camps in an attempt to be a force for good in a harsh dystopian future. Okay, well, I said I wasn't going to spoil it, but apparently they spoiled it for you in the box anyway. That's right, folks, we got us a leg. Now that's a dystopian future ass. And there's the leg. And here's a great shot of all of his accessories. Whew, buyer beware the feet on this guy. I hope yours are better than mine. They are stiff, need to be loosened up, and when you move them, they don't want to sit in the right place to stand. I had to go get a NECA stand and stick them on there, but you can see how his heel's lifted up. That's not for posing purposes, that's because I couldn't get the right angle. So I have to loosen up, play with it later, but be aware if you're picking this figure up, yours might have these problems too. Let's go ahead and bask in his Badfoot glory for a second. Keith Lee. It would take a bungle of epic proportions to mess up the paint job on this guy. He's blue all the way down. The only color is the gold on his belt and his gloves. So you can expect the paint job to be good. They've got some battle damage and scuffs worn in there, so that looks good too. But like I said, all blue, a little bit of flesh, can't mess that up. Got that one glowing red eye, 90s haircut check. Fabio is in full effect. So my first impression right off the bat, he's plain Jane. They should have included at least one other head sculpt, maybe with a glowing eye or some kind of insertable eye effect. I mean, but as is, what's he doing? He's not doing anything. Cyclops does one thing. He shoots blasts from his eyes. If you don't give us anything to do with that, especially for this figure who's supposed to be in the middle of a dystopian future where he's always battling, it's not like the love triangle Cyclops where he might be standing around talking to Jean or kissing him. This guy's meant to fight. How do we know he's fighting? His eye looks normal. I have those glasses. Alright, so no head tilt whatsoever. Look how short that barbell hinge joint is. There's no room for the head to move on there. Head sits right down on the neck. Another missed opportunity there. You get 360 with all that hair. Fabio. Yeah, you can get 360. Shoulder height. The range not too impressive. You do have double jointed elbows, but you don't get anything more than 90 degrees because his big biceps fuck up with his forearm, and here the armor hits right there, see? Little 360 the armored arm, so that's going to be the one that might be most limited. Goes all the way around. So does your bicep. No forearm swivel. But you do get a swivel at the wrist. Repulsor blast is not an option because of the armor plate here. Same on the other hand. But you can get a fist bump. And you can kind of sort of kiss the traitorous ring. I don't complain about him not having the effects and all that, but I do like the face sculpt. I forgot to say that. Head sculpt looks a lot like the comic book. Head does look down. And despite his long, flowing Fabio hair, head does look up too. Abdominal crunch, no rocker. Limbo ready. You get 360 at the waist, 90 degrees at the bend over. Cyclops showing all his real estate. You may be young, but you're ready. Look at that split. Let's march. Ready for a walk. 360 thigh swivel. Double jointed knee, poor range. Doesn't get close to kicking his butt, even if you strain. He's an alright prancer. And oh boy, those feet. I finally got him to click. Decent range though. They are on rockers. You can get a full 360 out of it. And you also got calf rotation there. Almost missed it. Love triangle and dystopian future. You see the height difference there, so the scale is pretty good because he's a little bit taller than G and a lot taller than Wolverine. And there he is next to the AOA Iceman. There he is with AOA Morph and Apocalypse. And lining Apocalypse up like this makes me feel like he's a little bit too small. This guy is an oxymoron in time form. His feet are super stiff and hard to manipulate, but his knees are rubbery and hard to get them to stay still. Look at that. So when you're standing him up and you're doing this, his knee, look how it spreads apart. Because his knees are just wobbly. Not well done at all. AOA Cyclops, there he is. I am not impressed. From the stiff feet to the really loose, rubbery knees, the lack of accessories, the lack of an extra head sculpt, no kind of energy effects for the eyes. He's just plain Jane all the way around. And on top of it, if he was going to be plain Jane, they could have used a better buck and better parts. He could have had the butterfly shoulder joints for some more posability. Just overall, I'm not impressed with this. If you're not collecting the BAF, I don't recommend this figure. Maybe you'll get one with better feet and better joints, but even so, he's not a must-have purchase in my eyes because he doesn't really come with anything to make him special or stand out. Let me know what you think. Do you disagree in the comments? Am I going overboard? Or do you think I'm 110% right? Sound off. Argue with me. Let's go. Make sure to hit that like button, subscribe, turn on notifications. Till next time, Fabio out.